Welcome to our Board of Select Persons meeting. It's Tuesday, January 20th, 2026. We're going to be live and in person, hybrid and Zoom. Tonight I'm covering for Mary Ann Hawks, who has some personal time off. The agenda today will be the manager's report, our financial report, department report, and new business will be consent agreement, the Winterfest CEDC donation, the Public Works per diem part-time position, and then assessing other business supplementals, and then we have a guest as well. But right now, let's do the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty, so we want to start with any questions? It's here to observe.
Oh, just kind of observe.
Awesome. Usually when you see you have a bunch of questions, so.
Not yet. He's still thinking about how wacky we are.
All right, so I guess we'll start off with the manager's report.
Okay, manager report for 20 January. AvCog, we reviewed the audit preparation, determined member dues, which is incorporated in our proposed budget, and approved various annual acquired certifications. Maine Waste to Energy. The refractory ablation, which is in the combustor, appears to have been stabilized. Operations is now monitoring that. That was a big ongoing repair expense. We're reviewing the interlocal agreement and bylaws to determine if rules process should be updated or changed. There was comment about the required timing of a proposed budget, and I'm part of that group that will review that. We directed the executive director to organize an audit. Previously, we've only been conducting a financial review. Also directed the executive director to produce an updated current year budget and to incorporate a $500,000 reserve in the next year's budget that is being developed. 2 more meetings are scheduled for this month. One of them happened today. We determined that we're not going to ask municipalities for any additional non-tip fee funding. You might recall there was a $1 million assessment, then it grew to about 1.4. We decided that 1.4 was not appropriate, which is a good thing. I proposed a couple ideas to produce the revenue for this $500,000 reserve, cost cutting, sharing the load with other entities that use the facility, and obtaining a line of credit, which were pretty well received, so we'll see how that goes. Next meeting is next Thursday, but right now we'll see what happens. We've got to see what the updated current year budget is and how that shakes out for the rest of the year. But people are trying to do the right thing there. On the library bond, we're moving forward to purchase this bond for the library work that is going to occur this summer. Other debt, Poland will be debt-free by the end of this decade, not including the library bond, which is a big deal. Western Maine Managers Association, we got an update from MMA on the upcoming legislative session, and they believe it's going to be a short session as many elected officials want to get back home to prepare for the election. Bills with a fiscal component will be hard to pass in this environment. So we'll see what happens there. I don't think that's going to affect us very much. Auburn Lewiston Airport, we held a final public workshop for the airport master plan, which is akin to our combination of land use code and comprehensive plan with the Auburn and Lewiston city councils. We adopted some revised minimum standards and reviewed a draft budget. Minimum standards are, if you're going to run a business there, this is the minimum thing. You have to have so many square feet so that everybody's treated equally. The other thing that I wanted to bring up, we had conversation with Jackson and the school concerning a senior school project to fundraise for a crosswalk up at the high school, going from high school side probably over to Dollar General in that approximate area. The student is going to raise money for this. So I looked at that, and what I told the school last year is, hey, you gotta spend this money by the 30th of June. And I did that because we just need to know by the end of the fiscal year what we're doing. However, I talked to John Harley, who's their operations guy, today, and I believe that this is a good use of money. I talked to the school resource officer, Bernie, several times in the past about this, and she's very concerned about student safety crossing Route 26 there, and would recommend that the board authorize the expenditure of $7,500 from the downtown TIF to help support this effort. And can we do a motion
Do we need a motion
now,
for that?
if folks are interested in that?
Do we have, okay, before I make that motion, do we have any
Yeah.
questions on
How
that?
much is in that downtown TIF fund?
I don't know the exact amount, but what we do is we keep just enough in there to pay the bills with a little left over. We checked earlier today, and there is enough to expend that $7,500 without impacting our other bills.
So the student is gonna come up with some additional funds that will
Have
either
to
add
match,
to,
yeah.
oh, they have to match it.
Yeah, so there, the deal is, it's their crosswalk, they've gotta maintain it, they've gotta construct it, and when you have a crosswalk, you have to have a landing on the other side. So you have to have a place for people to go, and they're gonna plow that small section over there.
So what happens if they don't raise their half? Does that freeze it, or
Well, I
you give
think
them
we'll
some
have to,
time?
I think we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it, but we can't just,
Well, what's the agreement right now?
the agreement right now is that we pay up to $7,500 for this project. They already have the crosswalk stuff, they got that free from DOT, so I think they're gonna be able to pull it off.
So they've got the solar lighting and
Yeah, they've got that bit.
everything, that's good.
And
I
they're
saw
able to get
that.
that for free, so that's a big
Impressive.
deal.
I
Hang on a second, public,
Is that a raised crosswalk to avoid traffic?
No, it'd be a crosswalk just going across 26 with the.
It's just painted,
Zebra
it's just a
striping.
painted one.
Or would we want a raised crosswalk and then you can eliminate kids getting hit by cars?
Well,
I don't know the logistics of it, but
no, it's an interesting idea. The challenge there is the cost of that would be quite expensive. And we're not in a position to do that now. This is something that can reasonably be done, maybe by the end of the school year. And I think it would be a big improvement for
Now, that was
Safety
coming up
line.
with matching funds, I understand. Were they trying to match the funds?
yeah, the student for their senior project is gonna fundraise.
Yeah, 'cause
and-
somebody posted that on, I think it was on Facebook.
Yeah, I think that was a
something about it.
student.
I saw that, and I commented on it, and I said, there may be some tip funds available for that, but I don't know how much.
Well,
we
that's where
got.
we're taking this
Yeah.
$7,500
Right.
from. But I think this is a good thing, it seems like a fairly easy project to get going. Students motivated, and, I know John Hawley is particularly interested in, same with Bernie, in getting this thing accomplished.
You got any idea, Nikki, how much in the big TIF is left right now? How much? I
In
didn't
the
look at
big-
the audit.
So all the TIFs have drawdown plans in them.
Yeah.
And they're expected to have less than 2,000 to 5,000 at the end of the life of the
Yeah,
TIF. So
so
there
it's
is
drawn
only
way
enough
down.
money in there to pay the bills.
Because we thought we were gonna end
That's
up
it.
like 7 million, but it doesn't look like it's
No.
gonna be.
Yeah, we did that to
Yeah,
ease
We
the
did that
I
tax.
think a lot of it
To
got
keep
ate
the
up
mill
in that
rate
sewer.
stabilized
thing,
and not have
yeah.
it spike one way or the other.
Right.
you know, that?
Yeah, just the Main Waste Energy, we gave that money, right, the 86,000 or whatever that was.
We did,
Okay, and that's going towards the $1 million for this shutdown.
that's all we have to pay.
Okay, and that's it. That's gonna be just for that shutdown that's happening in what, April or
Yeah,
so.
that's it. We're gonna have to look at how things shake out when we get the updated current year budget and see what may or may not happen there. But right now, we're not paying any more money. And that was the goal.
Yeah. Do you know on the top of your head what the big debt that's left over for Poland?
We have, we have about 95,000 annually from the downtown TIF, and that's gonna be replaced by the library debt. At the end of the decade, we will see about $500,000 in bond payments drop off. So that'll be $500,000 that we can use to give back to taxpayers, reduce the tax rate. So that's why being debt-free is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like your own personal finances, no debt is good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I appreciate that. I was gonna ask to kind of elaborate on the debt-free to the public, but that was a good question. Thanks.
I noticed, Matt, that CEDC was requesting possible lighting on the sidewalk out here. And this, I don't think there's enough TIF money to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they are with that idea,
I haven't heard
they're
any
fleshing
more.
it out.
I know they spoke about it one night.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think we gotta let them,
Yeah.
kind of see what they wanna do, and, they're good people trying to do a good thing there.
Yeah,
I think they were trying to hope that the DOT was gonna cover a lot of that.
I move that we allocate $7,500 from the TIF to go towards the matching funds for the student at the high school to raise money for the sidewalk. It's crosswalk, excuse me.
Second?
Yeah, a second.
Any questions? All those in favor? Sorry,
Oh.
Jim Walker.
yes.
We changed the meeting
We're
rules.
doing something new this week, Nick.
Well, we used to raise our hand.
Yeah, yeah.
John DeSantis.
That's gone
Yes.
by.
Yes.
Lisa Elby.
Yes,
Jackson Lerner.
Yes.
With a vote of 4-0, you have approved up to $7,500 from the Downtown Village TIF to be allocated for the school crosswalk and matching funds to the senior celebration that is being done by a student.
you said that so much better than I did.
Yeah, it threw me off. I thought it
I'm
sounded like
sorry.
a planning board. I mean, we used to still
Yeah,
raise our
yeah,
hand.
yeah, I remember
Keep
that.
going.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna move on to, no other further questions, we were all set there, so we're gonna move on to the financials on page 3.
We're 57.69% through the year. Things are going well. Everything's on track, either at or below the 57.7%, exception of beach maintenance, that's because we spent the money last summer. Social service agencies, those are donations. Fire rescue is a little bit high, but they're gonna be fine. Law enforcement is high, that's payment timing. Same thing with animal control. The NRSU 16 at 58.33, that's just the timing of payments. But we're on track with finances, and pending any questions, that's the financial report.
All right. Too many pages for this thing.
Are those the amounts that Matt, of the ambulance bad debt?
Which page are you on, Jimmy?
It's on
The red ones?
4115. It's on page,
Only one of them's bad debt, the other one is contractual
Oh,
write-off,
okay,
so
I
the
see
other one
that.
is what the discount that
Thanks, Nick.
insurance companies get.
I see the red, that's what I,
Yep,
All right, so we're all set with that. And we'll move on to department reports on page 30.
Yeah, things are going well, nothing out of the ordinary to report. The ice rink is getting some great use, as you may have seen, both at night and during the day.
All right, so we don't have any questions there, right?
Nope.
No, we're good there. All right, should we move on to new business?
Absolutely.
So new business consent agreement.
Yeah, John, I recommend we table that. We didn't get the paperwork back in time to include it in the packet. My recollection, we've only done one other consent agreement since I've been here. I think it'd be prudent to give people a chance just to review it.
Yeah,
It's pretty straightforward. But that way, if anyone ever wants to go back and say, what was it, you can go back in the packet and see it. And I think it's more transparent if we wait till the next meeting to address this.
Okay. So I need a motion to table that?
I move we could table our consent agreement until the next meeting on,
February 3rd.
thank you.
Second,
Jim Walker,
yes.
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Lisa Alby,
Yes.
Jackson Lerner.
Yes.
With a vote 4-0, you have tabled the consent agreement to February 3rd.
All right, we're moving along to Winterfest CEDC donation on page 47.
This is the annual event that gets put on. It's really quite good. I think they're looking for requested $1,400.
Is it 1,400?
I see. What's the 2,000?
Yeah, it's a 2,000.
You go down to budgeting and finance, and the grant requested says 1,400.
Yep, they're
Yeah, I see
expecting
it.
600 with other sponsors. So they're requesting 1,400 from CEDC.
All right, so we need a motion to approve that. Any questions on that?
Did we see anything from their last thing that should have been different compared to now? Was there any complaints or anything that came in from their last Winterfest?
Not that I'm aware of.
So,
Nothing that should have been changed.
no.
No, I'm good with it.
Anybody? No questions? Anybody's good? All right, so we need a motion to approve $1,400 for the CEDC Christmas,
Winterfest.
Winterfest, I mean.
So moved.
Second?
Jim Walker,
Yes.
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Marianne Hawkshaw. She's gonna magically appear in
My hair's
answer.
not that curly.
Lisa Alby.
Yes.
Jackson Lerner.
Yes.
With a vote of 4-0, you have approved $1,400 from the CEDC to the Winterfest as a donation.
Okay.
All right, and now,
So these next two I had to ask Nikki about beforehand because I wasn't familiar with them.
So the Public Works per diem part-time
Oh,
position
sorry, not that one.
is, as you know, we created a new full-time position at Public Works. We had one full-timer resign. We filled that position for about a week.
Ah.
And that person left. After talking with the director, it's pretty hard to plow with the number of people he has now. He has a relative that we have brought on to plow on an as-needed basis.
Nice.
Now, the charter says you can't have someone supervising a relative. So Nikki is the supervisor of this person.
Okay.
Let's go, Nikki.
The job is not exclusively this new part-time person's job. If someone else wants to rock up and say, I'm ready to stand up and come plow for you in the winter, we'd be more than happy to have that. But after talking with Adam a lot about this, it's not just, hey, we need to plow the roads, it's really a safety issue because you go around, you do your route, and then you've got to do another route.
Right.
And you're not going to bed in between it.
Correct.
So, we're talking fairly
Hours,
expensive
yeah.
plow trucks, and we don't want anybody to get hurt. And so this gracious lady has signed up to receive some training and will be doing that for us,
Very nice.
just for the winter.
Yeah.
And we're gonna look for a longer-term solution, but since that was really, it's an end around what the charter says, I wanna tell you, that's what we did, that's
Right.
why we're doing it.
Mhm.
It's not a permanent thing, and we hope to have a full-time person fill that role hopefully soon.
so is there a salary involved with this?
Yes, there is, and that salary is the same as everybody else who walks in the door would be making, doing the same position.
Okay.
So it's not off our wage scale at all, it goes right by our wage scale.
Okay.
And it's hourly.
Well, I felt we were paying pretty good pay, but, Adam said he had a couple of guys come, and they were interested in the
That's
job,
the work.
to two of them they went to Maine Custom Woods, driving a log truck there, $40-50 an hour. Adam said, geez, you can't meet that. That's what they're paying. Some of these drivers are paying that
$50
much.
an hour, gee,
You can't compete with them.
see you guys later.
No, I know.
Yeah, I wouldn't do
say,
that job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just wanted to make sure you guys
Yes.
knew in case someone asked about it, and we're not leaving it out from the public at all. And like we said, if someone is willing to fill a CDL driver for us for the amount of money we're paying, come right in, put your application in. We're more than happy to sign you up for the job because we just need the help. We
Yeah.
need some help out there on the roads.
And that's full-time, that position, this is part-time,
This is
Yeah.
per diem,
per diem,
As
needed.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
as needed only.
Yeah, good. We don't need a motion for that, right? It's already been,
Nope, that's
Well,
just
that's-
telling you what we're
just-
doing.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
we
it.
just wanted to put it
Can
out
I
there.
ask why that guy left for only being there a week?
Pardon me?
Can I ask why he left?
He
after being there?
decided it wasn't for him, not, tried to elicit why he left, there was no animosity,
Okay.
not, good guy. He thought he wanted to do something else.
Well, I think the last guy, he was working for MDOT, and he thought he'd come to the town, and, I don't know, Adam said he rode with him for a day, and they talked it over, and then at the end of the day, he said, well, I guess I'll go back to work for the state. So,
Easier.
never know. It's a long, I know, I plowed here for 5 years, and I'll tell you, you gotta keep on the ball.
Yeah.
I ran that grader for 5 years here plowing roads, and it's not very fast. We didn't have the equipment 25 years ago.
yeah,
I mean, we did what we could.
horse and buggy.
Yep, it is.
Is there any room in the budget to maybe bring their wages up? in some
Long drawn
which
out.
way?
We just brought him up $2 an hour. I don't know,
What are they at, 26?
it varies,
Yeah,
with how many years' experience you have coming in.
but if they were to come off the streets and everything, and have somebody that already has somewhat of experience, you know what roughly we're hitting?
Not off the top of my head. I just don't remember what that rate is. Yeah.
All right, where are we?
Supplementals.
Supplementals,
This
that's
was
right.
the part I didn't ask.
That's okay,
Just
so
that I had to ask.
supplementals are additional tax bills that we're sending
Yeah,
out.
so-
Specifically, these 3 tax bills are to the same property owner, although they are different companies listed on here. And these relate to this person taking property out of tree growth. There is a penalty for taking property out of tree growth because they get lower taxes when it's in tree growth. So when they take it out to build on it or something like that, they do have to pay the penalties assessed. So one of them is a fairly large one at $27,000, one's $1,900, and one is $2,100. The person who took these out obviously has spoken to us, does know about them, does know they're coming, and also does know the amount of them, so it's no shocker to them. They knew before, we always try to tell them before they make that decision about what the estimate is that it's gonna cost them, and
Yeah.
make sure they know that up front. So this person does know that.
And this is to build on the lot?
I believe this is, they are trying to do some buildings on
Okay.
the lot down the road. Or
I-
to subdivide it or something like that, so in order to do that, it has to come out of property, tree growth property.
Must be a decent sized area.
It sure is.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so just for my education, if you have acres in tree growth, you have to basically ask permission before you can take it out?
You don't have to ask
Oh,
permission,
okay.
you can just come to us and tell us you wanna take it out, but what we do
Okay.
is we make sure you understand that there's gonna
Right.
be a penalty for that because you are taxed, I don't wanna say at a lower rate, cause that gives people the idea that my tax rate's 15 and yours is 13. But they're taxed at, what the state calls a lower percentage because it's in tree growth.
Yeah.
And it's considered more like a conservative
Right.
land, a
Okay.
conservation area type
Alright.
thing, so this is coming out of it.
Okay.
Is that only because they're building? Say if they wanted to make a field or something and not build on it, do they get taxed for that?
I don't know that answer, unfortunately. That would be an assessing
Is it the
question.
zoning? Is that why? Is it the farmland zoning? Is that why? But
That one is not a farmland zoning, no, that's a rural residential zoning this is, and so,
Just right.
I think the biggest one I can remember is that somebody had one that was right up to $12,000 and they paid it off. I couldn't believe it.
Do we
It's
have
getting
to-
into pretty serious money.
I think we do, yeah.
yeah, we have to have a motion to accept all three.
All three, so we'll do those separately, then all three separately.
No, you can do them all together.
All
Do you
together?
need a dollar amount
No.
or just?
Okay, so just,
As
okay.
presented.
So I need a motion for the supplemental tax certificate and warrant, in the amounts of $1,913.88. Do you want me to read the whole line across or just the amounts?
Just the amounts.
$2,106.82 and $27,772.24.
So moved.
Second,
Jim Walker.
Yes,
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Lisa Albee.
Yes.
Justin Learn.
yes.
With a vote 4-0, you have approved all three supplementals as presented.
All right, and looks like we're done, huh?
Payables.
Payables,
Let's
that's
pay our
right.
bills.
Payables, I forgot about payables. I always forget about payables, I don't know why. Because it's not on here.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it is.
Where?
Under
Page
assessing
55.
business.
Page 55.
Oh, yeah, look at that, it's in
on our agenda.
bold. It's in bold, look at that. I make a motion to change
You-
that by italics.
Denied.
Wow, I got overruled. All right, what page are we on, 52, right?
55.
55.
Okay.
I move that we authorize cash disbursements for fiscal year 2026 totaling $272,260.16.
So moved.
second,
Second, yep. You moved it, so. that's-
Jim Walker.
yes,
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Lisa Albee.
Yes.
Jackson Learn.
Yes.
With a vote 4-0, you have approved the payables in the amount of $272,260.16.
Excellent. And now under that, it says any other business.
It does say
It
that,
does say
so.
that. Oh, I'm pretty good.
you're supposed to get on the line.
Yeah, so anybody have anything before we close out?
Did they move that, the ventilation for us here? Did they end up going through with that?
Yeah, they're going to, yeah.
Yep.
It's always
Did any of you attend that meeting at Minot?
Yep.
been-
I would have gone there, but that was the night that my mother wasn't feeling good, so I
Yeah.
couldn't go out.
They do have
I
another.
missed it.
Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm so sorry.
I don't know what's gonna happen there we've been weighing this in for some time, you know, even way back when I was first on the board, and Nikki knows there, and even Matt knows some of it there. I mean, I was quite upset that the towns didn't take care of their schools. And it's sad that they did that. Now we're on the hook to help them, and
Yeah.
There is
I don't
another.
know how, you know, I don't know, I haven't got an answer.
Well-
The school's gotta be fixed.
So,
But, I mean, the town spent just so much money, each town, and now they got, I think this school over here is probably in the best shape of the other two,
Well, it's the newest.
seems to be anyways, but, you know,
well, I mean, this,
this school was only 2 years old when I started, and it was built 54.
Yeah.
I started in 56. It was kind of a funny way, they didn't have much for refrigeration. When they delivered the milk, they used to leave it on the porch out front, and they put ice on it. And that was in the summer months.
the good old days, right?
Oh, yeah.
Lisa, you have anything?
Siemens Dairy.
Say there is another community, or, I don't know, it's not, it's. the
Open.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
open to the public, April 28th at the Poland Community School at 6 PM.
That's the budget vote. That's
That
the
is the
first
budget.
budget vote.
Yeah.
It's an informational, it's not a vote, it's an informational.
Yeah, but I thought they vote on portions of the budget during that time to go forward to the next one.
Correct.
Where they do the
Yes,
regular vote.
that's correct,
So this is the only one that you can do changes in,
correct.
like I found out a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
Yes.
you got one time to
Yep, that's
to
correct.
question that, and then the next time,
Yes, and that's
Locked in.
April,
that's it.
yep, April.
And-
You're locked in.
Yeah. And their version of raising up and down are not the same. like, especially when you talk percentages,
Mm.
they can shift the percentage up, but when you say you wanna shift it down, they say you can't do that, which I don't quite understand.
But you know, we're not the only ones that are going through this. I mean, what I've been watching there, this town's all over the place. They've closed some schools, you know, down along the coast, and they moved the kids you know,
Yeah,
in other schools, because they just didn't have the budget to operate them.
well, look at, was it South Portland?
Yeah.
They had to shave
Oh, I
like
know.
a couple $1 million off their budget.
Yeah.
And I think what's gonna hurt us in the long run is if these municipalities, these schools, if they don't get federal funding, it's all gonna come back on to us, the
I don't think
taxpayer.
when you look at a budget, you can count on any outside funds.
Yeah.
You just gotta look at, you're doing it yourself, and if you get some extra ones, well, that's gravy, you know?
Well, all you can do is vote. You vote it down, and this one here, it took 3 times before it actually passed.
But we get,
Last year's the year
Poland gets
before.
outnumbered by the other 2 communities, and then before that other bill last year passed, what was it, 90% assessment on property value, and then 10% on student population, so. I think you guys have been great on, like, I look at the town budget,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, it went down $100. I mean,
Well,
why isn't a school budget, and it seems like, you know, you're giving raises out to people who need it, you know, or who deserve it, I should say, and,
Merit
I
pass,
mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
From the administration portion of the town, I thank you for saying that,
Oh.
because we do try our hardest to be
Everyone's
good,
great, I mean,
good stewards of our taxpayer dollars around
yeah,
here.
I mean, everyone's been, I mean, I think,
I think a lot of, the problem is, a lot of stuff is controlled by the state. And we have just so much of a say, and that's it.
well, the superintendent, she brought up that, the bill that they just passed with the pre-K, we don't have enough room right now to house when that goes into effect, the kids with an IEP. I mean, I'm sorry, it doesn't make much sense you're bringing 3 and 4-year-olds and you're saying a 3-year-old needs an IEP because they don't know what yet?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
So, and it's, I'm not speaking as any kind of a professional, but
Yeah.
it's because they're probably going to have some behavioral issues. There's certainly going to be developmental issues. So
Right.
these are kids that are going to need a lot of support in the
well,
school system.
yeah, I
So it's going
understand
to be
that.
very expensive.
I definitely understand that, but
But it's like I get a feeling of gloom and doom as far as,
well, I just want to be
Taxpayers.
prepared. I'd rather be proactive than reactive.
Yep.
If you know it's coming down, it's easier to adjust than to come back in and say, now we gotta figure out where we need to get this from.
You know, I've talked to a lot of people in town, and I brought this up before. I think it was a mistake for the towns to get into an RSU. I think we should have stayed separate. Let them worry about we were pretty well off when, and the thing is, that I was concerned about, back when I went to school, I mean, you could go anywhere. Anywhere. I didn't stay in school over here, I went to Catholic school in town. I was there 2 years, then I moved back into public school again, but, you know, when we had a choice of going Oxford Hills to Gloucester, I think everything as far as education was, I think we were better off.
So
Because the kids had a choice, you know, what they were gonna do when they got out.
Back on topic.
Yep.
When you take tree farm land out of tree farm status and you put it into rate, will that lower, since we're having more potentially houses and property, is that gonna lower increase the town's, tax rate?
tax
Because
revenue,
there's more, and then lower down individual tax holders' bills because of that.
It could possibly, in theory,
Yeah.
if that works out that way, yes.
So if someone puts, as long as we don't absorb the road going in and having to maintain it and pave it and.
Right, it definitely could work out that way. The offsides of that is it does put an increase on our school system, our fire
Right.
rescue system, those type of things. But you have to look at those and say, what's it worth and things like that. It's a big process for people to do that. We do lose some money from the state that we get. The state does give the town some kickback in the tree growth properties. So what we have in tree growth here in Poland, the town does get some of that money back because we do lose taxes on the tree growth property, so the state
So it
does
could
reimburse
just be a
us some.
push, okay.
Yeah, so,
Now, the people who are in farm and forest are better off than people that are in rural residential. Because once you take that jump,
Mhm.
that tax rate changes.
Right.
Because I know people that are in the farm, and I'll tell you, I ain't gonna name any names, but I'll tell you, I've seen their tax bills between, and I'm in farm and forest, but
awesome.
I've seen a lot. Lake Shore property is unbelievable. I mean, it's, I know people that are paying, they won't live long enough to ever regain it.
Can you stay a little bit after the meeting? I'd like to pick your brain for a second, after the meeting.
Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah, I can speak to you for a minute, yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right, Jackson, you good? Yep. Anything? Lisa, you're good?
I don't-
I'm good. Everybody's good. Thanks for coming out, appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wishing more people would come out, but appreciate the, so, I make a motion
You
to,
cannot, I make a motion that we adjourn.
oh, yeah, I'm hurrying up here. Yeah, you do that.
Who's seconding that?
I'll second.
Alright.
Not as acting chair, you can't.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Jim Walker,
Yes.
John DeSantis.
Yes.
Lisa Alvey.
Yes.
Jackson Leary.
Yes.
With a vote 4-0, you have approved to adjourn the meeting. Have a great evening, everyone.
Yay.